Today's show is sponsored by Squarespace, the #1 online website platform to help you turn that side hustle into a reality. So after owning and wearing the new Casio Automatic for 7 days, what do I really think? Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. Today is a bit of a follow-up. Now last week I received the brand new Casio EFK-100 automatic watch from a Japanese company on eBay. The day it landed, I rushed straight to the studio, filmed it, and put it out to you guys. But I wanted to know if after wearing this properly for a full week, what do I really think about it? And do I really think that you should buy one? And I just wanted to go through a few comments that were made in the review show and try and give a bit of a balanced opinion, but I'm really hoping it will be beneficial for you. Now usually when I do a Casio watch review, I'm in my Casio Corner shirt. Whenever there's a Casio watch to review, I'm in this shirt. But when I reviewed this watch, didn't even think about putting it on. Subconsciously I was thinking it was a Seiko, something no one picked up on. In my mind, did I really think it was a proper Casio? Probably at the time, no. I still felt weird when I opened the box. It felt like I was handling maybe a modded Seiko, you know, a mod kit with a Casio dial. However, after a week of taking it all in, having it on my wrist, I've come to the conclusion it's definitely a Casio. Now the big controversy I saw in the comments was about the movement. Seiko NH35? Why haven't Casio made their own movements? And I guess they're fair comments, aren't they? However, if you did own Casio, right, do you honestly think that Casio would spend millions upon millions without testing to see whether it was worth it? First of all, the design of the movement, the staff that design it, the staff that would manufacture it, the infrastructure around the world, the facilities to manufacture these movements. We are talking about millions of dollars. So do we not think it was wise for Casio to first give themselves a bit of a test just to see this mechanical movement lark is worth doing? Because I believe this is what they've done. Casio as a brand have never relied on another company, but it just makes sense for the first one, and maybe the second, the third, and the fourth. I believe that Casio are working on mechanical movements, but I think we're probably 2 to 4 to 5 years away from them making their own. What do you think? Now, if you have a hobby that you want to take to the next level and possibly make it your business, all power to the self-employment, there is no better platform to get you on the right foot than Squarespace, because they're going to help make you the best professional looking website on the market, with hundreds of templates to choose from that you can customize and make your own, integrating photos, changing the type fonts, you name it, Squarespace can do it. In today's digital age, people don't tend to take a business seriously unless you've got a good website. And if you've got a good product to sell but a bad website, unfortunately you've probably lost a sale. Anyway, click the link in the description below and you're going to get a good bit of discount off your first purchase. And trust me, if you really want to make it in 2025 and you want a decent professional website to do it with, Squarespace is your place. Now, a lot of people did feel uneasy that Casio were making watches with mechanical movements now, but for me, being a lover of mechanical movements as well as digital and quartz, it made me feel quite excited. The fact that Casio sees a big market in mechanical watches, it says to me that the entry-level mechanical watch market is strong. Does it not you? A powerhouse like Casio thinking about doing mechanical watches is great for us guys that like mechanical watches. The art in the entry-level people is not dying. Now, a lot of people had to go at the logo. Edifice. If anyone knows anything about Casio, the Edifice line is the sort of upmarket line from the budget Casio line. And if you look at the prices of these edifices, you will see that it was the right move to put this under the edifice bracket. From the construction to the finishing to how well the bracelet is made, this is not a budget Casio. Therefore, it slots really easily in the edifice catalogue. No brainer. Now, over the past few days, I've really tried to wear this exclusively. You know, it's very hard on my other 50, 60 other blooming watches, but I really wanted to get to know it. And you know what? I don't think I fully appreciated the design of this case, the amount of angles and facets and polishing and brushing to it. It really is not your normal Casio. And I'm just not massively used to edifice quality, you know? The thing I still don't like this, is the fact that Casio used an integrated bracelet. A mechanical watch is a watch enthusiast's watch, because any Joe Public can just go down and buy a £20 quartz watch and get the right time whenever they want it. There has to be some sort of inner desire to love mechanical movements, and has to be something more than just wanting a watch to tell the time. And knowing that the majority of watch enthusiasts have millions of straps in a drawer somewhere that could partner this beauty, I think Casio missed a trick. Or have they? Now, as you can see with the forged carbon case Casio, we do have an FKM rubber strap. No doubt at some point, some stage, they're going to offer these rubber straps for this watch. So like Tissot have done with the PRX,
they've got you by the short and curlies.
But I still think it's a bit of a chump move by Casio.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Now, when it comes to accuracy, a lot of people were offended about the tolerances Casio gives this movement, -35 to +45 seconds a day, which means it's by far the least accurate Casio have ever done, which is very ironic, seeing as though these watches are probably going to sell out like, I don't know, like hot cakes. Sticking mine on the time grapher, I was getting +9 seconds a day. Now that is significantly less than the tolerances Casio allows, and I imagine if you were to buy this watch, you get nowhere near 35 or 45 seconds. It's just covering their back. But for £289, you know, you're asking a lot for it to be under 9 seconds. Now the big thing, wearability. Now for my 6.5-inch wrist, I had to take 4 links off. The links are quite big. I've got to say, it was an absolute arse to resize, because we've got pin and collars, people. And if you have got chunky sausage fingers, you've just got no chance. But with there only being like 2 little micro adjust holes on the clasp, chances are you're either going to have this watch a little bit loose or a little bit tight. And I hate tight watches. So this watch has been wearing a bit loose, which isn't bad when I'm playing sport. I have been wearing this playing tennis, but the issue does come with the way the lugs are made. They don't slope down, they don't hug the wrist, so it just sits on the top of the wrist like this, you know? And with a loose watch that doesn't have lugs that hug the wrist, the watch can sort of creep over to one end of the wrist and sort of go up like that. A little bit like this. It doesn't feel massively comfortable. Get it back over there. Yeah. Now, would it have been more comfortable if Casio chose a thinner movement? The NH35 is very thick. If they went with a Miyota 9039, the watch head would have sat better on my wrist. But is the choice of the NH35 a power play move with Casio and Seiko joining forces against the likes of Citizen? Who knows? The last thing I really didn't moan about a lot at the time was the loom. Only having loom on the hour and minute hand was a bit rubbish. This has a sporty vibe to it. Forged carbon dial with inspirations of racing driving. Well, obviously not racing in the night time, because you wouldn't be able to see for toffee. It's a great all-round everyday watch, and those ones need good loom. Now, I'd love to know in the comments below, are you thinking of buying this watch? What are the main concerns you have? Or what is putting you off buying it? As I said in the first review, to actually own Casio's very first dipped toes into the waters of mechanical movements is a huge thing. I would recommend this watch for the reasons I just said, and it's just a very well made Casio. Does it set the world alight in the watch community? Not really. Is the mechanical movement a tour de force? No, but a workhorse. Is this the most comfortable Casio you've ever had on your wrist? No, it's quite head heavy. So why do you want it then? Because it's cool. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the show. Maybe I'll do a year's update the next time you'll see this watch. See if it's still working, eh? If you want to support the Mad Watch Collector channel any further, we've got a Patreon page now. Check it in the link below. See the shows before anyone else. Behind the scenes content, blooper reels, and get your name featured at the end of every show, just like this lovely lot. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, why don't you click this one? This is, come on, you'll love it. Cassie, go. Come on, do it, do it. Automatic, still can't believe it. Go on, click it. Click, click, click it.